expecting an all-action slugfest. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. They exchange punches. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. Missed him with that uppercut. Nice score with that left hand. Another scoring shot there. And he misses with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Here we go, it's round 2. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
When you're fighting a counter-puncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange. Neither man really defending themselves. He blocks the uppercut. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. The counter-fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter-puncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Then step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Leaves enough.
On to the third. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look like these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Through the hook, didn't land. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
You'd like to see more jabs. And he misses with the left uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
He's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump up.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Nice exchange here from both men. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot, pickpocket them.
These two fighters are made for one another. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. These two are the perfect dance partners. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He just misses with that big right hand. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Got out of the way of that right hook. So that left lands. Jones Jr. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Nice exchange here from both men. Both men step back for just a moment. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. He's been knocked down, but at least not on to the 6th round. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Neither man really defending themselves. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. And there's the bell for round 7. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Left punch. Good one. Quick punch scores. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice exchange here from both men. No rest for the weary. Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his... last bell to start round 8. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside post round.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brains.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Men step back for just a moment. He fails to score with that left hook. Solid punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like...
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Fighters certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Got out of the way of that right hook. Good punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
So he's getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Hook misses. Wait a minute, the left hand lands. Got their bell rung. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out.
We've made it to round 10. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
It's the one who draws first blood toss. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. There's a scoring blow. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. There's a right hand. And he blocks the left uppercut. That uppercut doesn't land. And he finished the job. And finally, Jones goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.